Tim Reeves talked about upsetting the apple cart. I tell you what did upset the apple cart, Mother Nature. After that race, the heavens opened. Saturday was an absolute fiasco after about 4 o'clock. The result being that this race has been delayed to Sunday morning. Here we are Sunday morning on the grid. We had a party last night for the end of season, but it wasn't the end of season. We found ourselves back on the grid to play out the drama of this riveting championship. And these boys, Ben Holland, Lee Watson, go well in these conditions. Chris Walker, Ashley Hawes, scoring in every single round this year, the only crew to do so, still have a chance of improving their position. Tim Reeves knows he's got to win, nothing less than a victory, and 50 points will suffice, and the focus in the eyes and the tension that must be running through the two crash helmets of the Quattro Plant Cool Kawasaki pair of Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood from third on the grid. You can only imagine a reduced race distance of 8 laps in very adverse conditions, and I saw Michael Dunlop rocketing through, absolutely rocketing through on the 600. Well, he gave himself a talking to overnight, did he not? Michael Dunlop and Dan Sale, alongside them Pete Founds number 72. So the 600s are looking good on the slippery surface here at Brands. It's dark, it's grey, you don't need me to tell you what the conditions are like, you can see for yourselves. Out we go then along the Cooper's Straight towards Surtees, the left-hander of Surtees. Tim Reeves leads, Ben Holland, Chris Walker in third, Pete Founds number 72 underneath Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood. That little short 600 going absolutely brilliant. Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, the two Founds brothers, first and second in the British 600cc F2 Championship, going well here, as indeed is Lewis Blackstock. Paddy Rosley, look at them. These guys really scrapping now, the 600s. This is where they are really good and coming to their own when the conditions are like this. A 600 holding its own in front of the reigning and champions to be for 2016, if they keep it all on the black stuff. Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood ahead of a brilliant performance by Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas. There, Michael Dunlop going through ahead of Alan Founds, the number 14. Alan Founds had Christie in the chair, but this time round he's got Harry Payne. There's his brother. There's Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood doing what they have to do in 5th place on the road. 5th place in the road, but ahead of them is a 600, so it's 4th in the big boys game, if I can put it that way. Michael Dunlop and Dan Sale, they're going so strongly here on lap 2. The Quattro Plant Cool Kawasaki pit crew absolutely desperate to make sure their boys bring it home safely. Look at that, the Founds outfit just 6 seconds off the lead at the moment. In 5th on the tarmac, Stevens, ahead of another brave ride by Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas. There it is, 9th then for Michael Dunlop and Dan Sale. The positions unfolding at the bottom of your screen as these boys sliding beautifully. Absolutely fantastic. Number 14, they are going so well. There's Michael Dunlop going through, and Dan Sale taking another position. Gary Horsepole and Jimmy Connell. And Rob Biggs, Ben Ramsey, number 5, ahead of Greg Lambert, who retired in race 1 but is out this time, having a bit of a move and going underneath Dean Nichols and Samantha Tilley, the young lady who joined Dean Nichols. He's ridden so well and steadily all through the season, looking like finishing 3rd in the Cup Championship. Dean Nichols, who's been an absolute credit to the championship in the way he turns himself out, always here on time, always looking smart, and has put in very consistent performances throughout the season. Stevens and Charlwood then on their way to a championship. Stuart Ramsey in the green Ramsey Racing leathers on the back of Gary Bryan. Hopefully this pairing will become a regular feature for 2017. Sean Reeves and Tom Christie. Sean Reeves, cousin to Tim Reeves, riding the 600 outfit and looking good, the number 35. Having a bit of a go here at Gary Bryan. Is he going to be able to find his way past? Michael Dunlop and Dan Sale just closing on the back then of Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas. Are we going to see yet another 1000cc fall to the cudgel of this man, the 13 times an Isle of Man TT winner, Michael Dunlop. Great to interview, great to talk to him. How enthusiastic is he when it comes to racing this Sidecar outfit? Dan Sale tucking down. Inside they go, coming out of Graham Hill Bend, along the Cooper Straight up to Surtees. Another notch on his pistol butt, if you want to put it that way. Running out of comparisons here, such as the progress of Michael Dunlop through the field. Absolutely outstanding. Down Pilgrim's Drop, Dunlop then underneath Alan Founds and Harry Payne, looking for a way through. Along they go towards Westfield. There might be an opportunity here. Right behind them, Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas, number 70. How this man has come back from broken ribs and a punctured lung and a pinned collarbone, I have no idea. But a strong finish in the opening race, and another great finish for the Shrewsbury man, Rupert Archer, who with Steve Thomas holding down that third wheel, he's done an absolutely fantastic job. This pair have really gelled. Race leaders, Reeves and Clues. Second place, Holland and Watson. It looks like a podium here for Chris Walker and Ashley Hawes, completing what has been an absolutely fantastic season. They're only half a second adrift of the race leader here. He could not have hoped to have finished in such a strong shape at the end of the year in his rookie season, but the boy has. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot more to come from Chris Walker and Ashley Hawes. Roll on 2017. Full wet tyres. Oh, a bit of a twitch from the back end. Pete Founds still ahead of these guys. The champions on their way to a second consecutive title on the penultimate lap. The sun has come out. There are dry spots all the way round the circuit here, but I think we're going to get this race done and dusted in time. The 8 laps then, still with the rain spraying away from that full wet on the rear of Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood's Quattro Blanc cool Kawasaki. Hugs on the pit wall, premature, maybe not. Down they come. Sweeping interview at the bottom of the hill, approaching Westfield Bend. And this is nothing short of a phenomenal performance by Pete Founds, number 72. What a great job. He and Jevon Walmsley have ridden superbly. Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood then on their way here. Ben Holland, Lee Watson, another brilliant race for them, going underneath Sean Hilditch. We're spinning it, capsizing Watson out of it. That's beach, that's not going anywhere. That is not going anywhere, it's sitting on its belly pan. Marshall gamely pushing, really, they're getting it out. Oh, tantalisingly close, the tarmac. Come on lads, give it a shove, it's on, it bites. Bit of a thumbs up then from these guys. Are they going to go? Yeah, away we go. Can we get our head down? Of course we can. Yeah, thumbs up from Lee Watson. Away they go then. Tim Reeves rocketing by, has gone over to start his final lap. Let's have a look at that again. They came into clearways, just the back broke away, did a complete 360. Lee Watson, Ben Holland's head went down because he thought he was going over. Terrific stuff. Will they lose? No, they won't lose their third place in the championship. I think they've done enough to retain that. This man could have done no more. It's going to be double victory for Tim Reeves and Greg Clues here in these very difficult conditions, and they've had to leave destiny behind them to unfold, and unfold it has. The championship will not be theirs. They'll have to come back in 2017 fighting to do what they know they are more than capable of. Tim Reeves and Greg Clues then dropping down under the bridge for the final time. Thumbs up from Greg as Tim throws it into clearways. This double apex bend then the last time they will circumnavigate that in the 2016 season, but they could have done no better than they have done this weekend. Double victory and 100 points lifted for these guys, but it's not enough. Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood bringing it home in a strong third place with Chris Walker and Ashley Hawes ahead of them. And the 600 of Peter Founds also beat them on the tarmac. But they get the third place points and the championship for 2016, and they know what that means. Are we going to see the customary handstand from Ryan Charlwood's celebrated victory as the rip-off visor flies? Oh, the team, the Quattroplant team, absolutely thrilled. There's the truck driver there. The smile on his face says it all. Tim Reeves and Greg Clues, we are number one, they say. First they were indeed. Tears and emotion. Champions, double champions for Stevens and Charlwood in the 2016 Hyundai Heavy Industries British Sidecar Championship. What a season it has been. There we have it. That handstand, legs straight, you can get 10 out of 10 for style. For that, Ryan, well done. Brilliant season, breathless season at times. A confirmation of the race result. Reeves and Clues, impeccable. 5 seconds the gap. Walker and Founds. Stevens then the 1000cc podium. Dunlop and Sale, incredible. Founds and Harry Payne. Alan Founds there, bringing up the final place on the 600 podium. Look at these Cup boys with Greg Lambert, good to see him back, and Dean Nichols, Samantha Tilley ahead of Gordon Shannon, Phil Hyde, 19th place. Great race, fantastic. The conditions were terrific. Leveller just shows what they can deliver when it's wet.